Some more questions. Why does my life look right but feel empty? What's being asked here is, look right means it looks right in the eyes of society, right? You've gone to school, done well, got the degree, now you've got the job, the great career. Everything looks right on the surface, right? Everything looks right in how society would judge it. And honestly, what's wrong there? Anyone would say, right? And nothing is wrong, except for a shift is happening where you're going from what was fulfilling, what did serve at one stage, and now no longer does. And the reason for that is because you are outgrowing just doing what is right. Meaning there is something else inside you which is asking for fulfillment, which is asking for expression, which is your true self, which isn't your the conditioned mind, because the conditioned mind is always built on the framework of the self-seeking mind, right? That's the nature of it. Again, there's nothing wrong here. There's no right or wrong with any of this. That's its nature. It will drive towards building itself, becoming more, and it will go along the conditioned line which it was conditioned with. That's the nature of it. This is what happens until you wake up to it. And the waking up process comes about through you feeling the emptiness of living this way. That's the prompt. That's what draws you to look at it. That's what brings your awareness to it. You start to feel empty. You start to feel a lack. Life feels dull. It feels empty. It doesn't feel right. And that's the natural process of waking up. Okay? So again, nothing's gone wrong here. Yeah, you will suffer from this. If you continue to ignore it, your life will become more and more empty, and in the end your life will become wretched and you cannot live with it, literally. Right? That's what happens. Because your whole head, the whole conditioned mind is driving in this direction, but what you actually need is this. And you haven't realized yet that the voice in your head, the story you're telling yourself is not true. But because you're so close to it, you're so wrapped up in your own story, you can't see it for what it is. All right? You're lost within it. And in the suffering of that, when you suffer the story, that's what brings your awareness to it, brings you to see your own thinking. And two things happen then. You see the pattern of that thinking and how that is so dysfunctional in service to your true self. But you also see and start to become aware of your own presence and the thinking mind, the voice in your head. You realize the two aren't the same. Before you were so close to it, you could only see that. You couldn't see the voice. You couldn't hear the voice clearly. You were in it. You were so wrapped up in the whole thing, yeah? So it's important to see as this process starts to happen, yes, it's painful, but nothing's gone wrong here. This is the natural growth path. But the emptiness comes about because the conditioned mind is not aligned to what you need, to what's true to you. So therefore you will be empty, and therefore you will suffer to one degree or another, right? And how much you resist depends, therefore, how much you'll suffer, right? It's just the nature of it. That's how it is. So to bring to... So what do you do? Then the mind asks, well, what do I do then with this? Breathe. Bring yourself into the present moment. Become aware of your own thoughts. Become aware of the mind, of the story. Relax. And just in that awareness, in coming into your own presence, you then have the peace, and a small gap opens up. So for at least for that time, you're not completely lost in it. You're not completely drawn into it. Okay.